It has been a while since I last did anything regarding streaming or recording. Hell, the last thing I recorded was probably Bug Fables. Well, recorded. Streaming. Last thing I streamed was Bug Fables. Then my laptop decided. Last time I streamed, laptop decided to take a dump. And if I were to check on my channel, how long ago was it that I last did anything on it? 2 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess that goes to show that I'm very sporadic with what I do and don't do. At one moment I am uploading constantly, couple times a day, or streaming. Next, dead silence for years. And you know what? That's fine. Welcome back to the channel, anyone who's still here. Don't care if you're here or not. I'm doing this of my own will. So I have to check. 3 years ago, March 5th, 2022, from what the date on the video says, I uploaded Nether Project Work in Progress. And I think I started around here, except it was daytime. Currently, it's perpetual nighttime. Why? Because it fits better with the theme. That video had absolutely no sound in it, as I remember correctly. It has no sound because I was listening to music. And didn't want any of it to come through. And it was took like 30 minutes, set up OBS because it wouldn't record Minecraft for some fucking reason. And wouldn't you know it, they have a whole help section on that. Don't know why, but it exists. Anyways, even though it's been 3 years since I last uploaded anything to do with my project, technically I have been uploading screenshots to both my storage server, where I keep track of the progress, and also to my own Discord server, which only has me active in it, and oh hey, at least I still have my friends in there. Ignore that. I don't know what that is. I think that's just a chunk error. There are a few chunk errors, actually, when it comes to this world. Oh, that's lag. If I fly out further enough that way, you can always see some ice. There's a wall, just a wall of a biome. This server has updated to 1.19.2, so I can have some. I don't actually know why I updated to this version. I think it was because of the Deep Dark, specifically. Was it the Deep Dark? I don't know. Anyway, I have more blocks for me to work with. I don't really want to update anymore since there's a lot of chunk errors with the world, and I don't. If that right there, ice in the middle of fucking swamp biome isn't enough for you to show that this world is fucked, oh, don't worry, you'll see more. God, I hate it. Anyways, let's get on to my project or whatever. The last time I did this, I only showed the campfire over there, leading up to where the portal is and going into the Nether to see the crystal platform, that I call it. There are some small changes that's been made here. Ender chest so I can get access to all of my stuff. Put that away. Could take that out to move faster. This log was not here the last time I did this. I decided to add it. I also want to add a tent at some point. This area is technically not complete yet, because of that issue. So why am I actually making a video like this again? I was bored, and wanted to actually have some progress updated. Technically, the last thing I worked on involves another part of this project that I just haven't really been working on. Listen, the last time I actually like uploaded anything relating to this project was probably like a year ago. I have not really been working on it. Mostly because I just haven't had the urge to play Minecraft or even like build anything. I had a urge to build something recently. Whoops. Had the urge to build something recently. So I took that drive and made something. It took like hours on end. Also, here's the first change. There is now differentiating paths. I was going to put like a sign here to like go towards the village or go down to the portal. The village is not done. I actually got one of my friends, Erica, to come on the server for her to look at everything and possibly help me make a village, since I am not good at making something like this. So, this is all of Erica's handiwork. And like I said, it is not finished. As you can see, with only some of the buildings actually having stuff in them. I put this stuff out myself. I even gave Erica some slippers. Just so she can move faster. These aren't as fast as mine. As if I would have put mine on. Put that away. Technically, if I lose them, I have a way of getting them back, because I have a command block to get it back for me. I actually haven't really gone into any of these houses, as far as I remember, aside from the last time I got on to see this stuff. She's a nice builder. Haven't spoken to her much. Some stuff is empty. There's like some with basements that aren't really done. I would like to be able to actually finish the village. It's the only thing that she technically worked on. So props to her for having no... God, I have no idea what I want to say. Props to her for building stuff. Anyways, this wasn't here. This was going to be like a warp tower to the Archivist's Spire and the End Temple, which was the last thing I worked on. Since we're currently in the overworld, I might as well show them. The Archivist's Spire is technically nothing really to look at, since I've technically decided to, like, cut it. Cut it from the very, lore. I put barriers in front. I need to switch game modes to get inside. Oh, yeah. Technically, it goes all the way down to bedrock and all the way up to world limit. I did not do this by hand. And this is like the only thing here, just a platform. Nothing really to look at. God, why is it so laggy? Hate it. I would /kill myself to make the journey back easier, but that would put me back in the Nether, and I don't want that right now. The next one, the End Temple, was the one that I had my drive to make. Technically, you were supposed to spawn down there, I think. Yeah. I wanted to put it over the ocean. Yeah, you're supposed to go onto this platform. Yeah. Whoops. There. And then I'll just take you back to the village. Now, this is technically what it looks like from here. Technically, in the screenshots I took, the 3 of them that I took, it did not show the bottom of it. So let's go take a look at that. I wanted to make it a floating platform, but it felt too plain on the bottom, so I decided to add like some kind of support. And technically, with all of my builds, nothing is ever hollow. There's always something in the middle of it. Even though you're never going to be able to see the center of it, it's all completely solid. This is the end temple, the way to get into the end. Technically, it's a lot better than the mysterious portal that I made originally, which got lost on the old world on the old laptop. I'm glad I decided. Well, I'm glad I saved the Nether Project one because I did not want to lose that one for how much I've been working to build it. Have like I don't know what I called these before. I wanted to make them look like kind of like thrusters, but they're not. And like I said before, everything has a center to it. So if I were to do this, it's still obsidian, but there's stuff in the side of it. I don't want to break too much, otherwise I'm not going to remember how I made it. I think if we go in from here, yeah, it has frog lights in the very center of it. But no one's going to see it, and I don't care. I I like having some stuff in it. I hate making my builds hollow. It doesn't, even though it's like a thing that builders do, like make all the walls hollow and such. I don't like doing that. There are some builds that actually have hollow interiors, but that's because they are not meant to be explored. But then what's the point for this? Felt like it. This is technically supposed to be like some sort of like giant battery from like the end dimension. I really wish that they would update the end. There is not many blocks in the end I can actually work with compared to the other dimensions. So I have to make do with what I have, and I hate it. But yeah, I used stuff from the Deep Dark to make the end temple, since it is technically still in the overworld. Made these little things that are supposed to be little constructs. If I were to open up my information server, my storage server, what did I call them? Alliance Project. Ah, yes. The hover end construct, or END since it's all capitalized, are these ones that are just holding like some stuff together. I really hate that my game is lagging. I don't know how to actually solve that. I don't know what I did there. I don't have any way of actually not making it lag any more than it has been. My mouse is sometimes double clicking and I don't like it. And these ones are just called, let's see, what are they called? Light end constructs. They just emit light. Just simple little things. Have like the energy flowing through here. You technically can go into here. And if I were to look in here, completely solid. It's solid when I want it to be. And you go over here. I had to place the end portals myself because it wouldn't load when I originally put them in. And there's really nothing in the end. It has not been worked on at all. But that is the end temple, which will technically be the next thing I do after the Nether. I think it looks nice. It looks a lot better than it did originally. I still have the screenshot from the original one. But I'm not going to figure out how to... I'm not going to learn how to actually put it on screen. Because I don't know how to do that. And I'm not going to try and do that. Let's get back on the path over here. Yeah, those signs say, danger, do not enter. Let's go back over here. And go on the path originally. Now, if you were to have gone down here originally, from what it was in the video, it would just be a normal path down to a portal, Nether portal, on like a little obsidian platform. Now, however, I went a bit overboard with world edit, making the blocks around it be turned into stuff from the Nether and embedded it into the wall. The one thing that I do not like about this is this. I'm still facing the wall. This is definitely different. I actually added some, like, personality to this place. I remembered originally, I wanted to put something else inside of here, but I never figured out what I wanted to do. So I just put armor stands in there. I just didn't want it to make it look plain. And then I have this over here. Flip this. Door no longer opens. Why does that matter? Because of this one. I could not figure out how to make them open at the exact same time, and I'm not going to try and figure that out. It definitely has to do with delay, but it is not something I really know how to do. Originally, this door was not here. Nor that. Remember what I said when I said that like, there's some stuff that has hollow interiors? Yeah. There's nothing inside of here. Aside from the door system. I think it's nice. I did want to, like, have this go down, but I'm not skilled enough to know how to do that, and I'm not doing it. So this is where it would have ended originally. Nothing here has really changed aside from that being added. This very big background. Because there's just this here. And now, also I realized when I looked at the original video, there was a command block down there that I never got rid of before showing it off. Technically, the only couple new things is lore. There's nothing in this book. There are some pieces of lore scattered in the world that I have actually, like, done. I think I've only made, like, 3 of them so far. Added some banners down there. You can't really go down there normally unless you click this button. And this button will take you back up. I think this will take you to Shadow Palace Beta. This is what it looks like down here. I like it. I like the crystal platform. I also like how I made it glow. I like using the light blocks to make stuff glow. It works. Step in here. Yep. Beta. Technically, it's supposed to make you seem like you came out of this portal. Like, all of this stuff is definitely different. Like, none of this was here before when I made the original video. There is lore already here as well. The beta's purpose here. So, if you want to read it, feel free to pause it. I gotta reset the book. There. Why make lore? I used to write books. That's why. I think... Yeah, it just leaves it back here. This is my little hub area. You cannot see it anywhere from over here. I made sure of it. Like, no matter where you are, anywhere here, even if you were to somehow get down here, you were unable to see anything. You could probably see a side of a command block over there, not quite sure, but you're never meant to actually see back there, if this was ever released to the public. And these are all command blocks to certain areas of the place. And yeah, base movement speed, and technically I could just give myself night vision, but with the helmet it's a lot better. I learned how to do this recently. And it only works in loaded chunks, so I just copy and paste it wherever I need it. This has the books in it. These are supposed to be representative of the type of technology or like faction that was originally made by it. I don't know if I've actually used this one. I know I've used the other two. The portals at like beta have the Abyss construct based one, and the normal Nethereye cult just has the purple one. As you could see, like littered all over the walls in here. But yeah, I put all of my command block stuff over here. Let's see which ones they lead to. These two are new ones that I haven't really made. This one I only added because of the crystal. Trying to see if invisible glowing item frames worked. Doesn't seem like it ever did. Just kept that there, just for reference. I don't really have any place that goes here yet, but this was technically the second area I made, which is supposed to be an outpost. This one does have lore. This is technically the only place where it has finished lore books. The excavation report. You are free to deposit as I go out through it. This was technically the first book I wrote too. If I noticed that it had any like not punctuation, but misspellings, I had to rewrite the entirety of it because I finished the book. And now if I'm writing anything, I just put them in my Discord chat before putting them in the book. There are just like a lot of crystals in this area. Some of them glow, some of them don't. really love light blocks. I can't remember how I actually did this, because when I was originally building, I did not use World Edit. Like with the crystal platform, I made all of that by hand too. I do not remember how I did this, how I hollowed it out. I do know that I took TNT to it afterwards to make it seem like an actual, like, mining excavation area. I also added a lot of this netherite ancient debris in the area. This is the other lore. Feel free to pause it if you want to read it. Because, like, I think it's because of like the version changings constantly. Uh, the world started to get corrupted. It's like a lot of corrupted chunks in the area. If I fly out of here, which I will do afterwards, it will show that there are definitely a lot of like vertical pillars of just like large vertical pillars of netherite, not netherite, netherrack, which will show that yeah, this area has definitely been here a while. As regardless, this is where that giant crystal was excavated from. I don't know if it's exactly the exact like chunk, like as big as the big one at the platform, but I think it's good enough. Since it was just technically something I wanted to build and didn't really have much lore behind it at the time. Yeah, there you go. I don't know where this came from. There are definitely more of those around. God, it looks awful. I decided to implement that into the lore. Because why not? I might as well. If I click this... Oh. Yeah, I did use the red one. This just goes back to beta. And I think this... Yeah, it leaves me back here. Alright. Let's go back over to the command blocks. Technically speaking, there is no way to get to any of these places aside from just going back to here. I really should have gotten more water. My throat is going to be dry after this. This is just a quick teleport back inside of here. I have not shown Shadow Palace Omega yet. These two aren't really even begun yet, so there's no reason to go there. The prison is connected to Omega. That's also connected to Omega. And since I told you that I did all of this by hand, I don't think I actually showed this, but if you look down here, I kind of messed up with this. I wanted to make it go darker as you go further down, but I accidentally made it go lighter as the further you go up. Whoops. Not fixing that. It's probably an easy fix, but I'm just not going to. I haven't touched it in a long time. Shadow Palace Omega. This was the first thing I did with World Edit. Mostly making all of the ground here like all just black concrete, and this is the place. I think the only thing I used for world edit here was the ground on the inside. Also, I had the night vision command block set below here. Currently, there is no way to actually get here, because this is technically above the nether. I mean, a corruption lore, which I haven't done yet. All of this growing out is corruption. A corrupted area. Making, like, twisted vine-like things. Vine-like trees. It looks nice. I like it. There are no hollow walls here. Every inside is actually like a room that you can go to. This is the throne room. You can see the corruption breaking through the place, spreading its influence. And the throne you could just sit at. Definitely a giant creature that sits here, ruling over the corruption. I am going to go upstairs first. Have some crystals that are used for lighting. Corruption growing out everywhere. I think I even made like these completely, yeah, solid, as I usually do. This is just, I should probably put like more stuff around here. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Have an outside area where crystal research is being done. This was before I came up with the Crimson Labs area, where they did the crystal research here instead of there. But I think since this is like for like the smaller versions of the crystals, the large one would probably be at the labs area. There's nothing inside of these. You can see that the energy is being drained by the corruption and put into here to show that this is what the temple uses, the end temple, to show that it's some kind of power being used. I don't really remember much of it, but I'll probably think of it as I go further along. There is nothing over to the other side of here. And we go up further, we get to a spiral staircase that leads up to the top. And then there's a book back here. I don't need to show it since I've already shown the 3 books that have stuff in it. I know when my friend Erica was here checking it out, she hated the spiral staircase. I'm like, yeah, I hate it too, but I can't really make anything bigger. And we have this, which is where the beacon is, projecting the color upwards. I made it so that there is no way you can get out of here, no matter what you do. Thankfully. So even if you want to jump down the tower, you can't. The corruption has come up at the tower and just started doing something. Like if I were to go down the tower, and you could see, if you didn't notice it originally, the corruption is spreading around like a vine, going up into here and going into the center. Or it's projecting. I like it. One of the things I don't like are these towers. I really should have made them a bit bigger when it comes to all this. That's my one regret, and I'm not fixing it. I don't really like having to fix mistakes like that. It'll just take too much time. And I'm not really into doing all of that. Let's go down into the basement area, where you can see the rest of the castle. There is nothing back here, just this. Some supports for the staircase. This goes up into a chambers area. Sleeping chambers. 2 sleeping chambers. Not chambers, 2 sleeping beds. Obviously, you can't put beds in the Nether, otherwise they explode when you try to use them, so I just settled for this. Which is better. They don't explode. I completely forgot what the fuck this was supposed to be. I'm sure I'll think of something in time. That's what happens when you stop working on something for years on end. You completely forget everything. This is not supposed to be open. We'll go in there last. And this is like the dining area. With the banner and seats for the generals. There are not this many generals. I was originally going to make them that many generals. I'm like, you know what, that's way too many. I'm not going to be able to keep track of all that. And we have the cafeteria. I don't really know why I made it like this. You have where all the food gets made. Food and prep lore for some reason. Ring the bell when food's ready. And then we just have a storage area, which has, you know, gold. Figured I'd make some place for them all to eat. Only just now realizing that because there's only like one area for people to sleep, there's no place for the king. That's fine. I have this over here. This is just open just so I can access the command block when I want. This place is supposed to go to another area. I just pretty much copy and pasted the portal from before and put it over here. That other it's supposed to go to is technically outside of here. I could just run over to it from here. It'll take some flying because I wanted to get out of the render distance. I wanted to make sure that the render distance did not capture any bedrock. So I had to increase the amount of black concrete on the place surrounding the castle. If we step on here, you'll go to the prison. Which technically only is supposed to contain 1 person. Why did I make this? I don't know. Who is it supposed to contain? Again, I don't know. Netherite blocks are like the only thing that I can really justify using as material to like make stuff with. All the other stuff just looks ugly. If we were to go outside of this area, I wanted to make it look like there were chains attached to it. But I have no idea how to make chains or make anything that looks like chains. Technically, this pillar up there is recent. I was like, you know what? I think this will work just fine. So I just like, yoink. Yeah, I don't know why I made the prison. It's like, I just saw this area, I'm like, you know what? This area looks like a good place to have a hanging prison. I might eventually make it larger, have like some kind of tunnel coming out of it. Just like go into like a maximum security area like this. Like I figured if you're going to have a giant castle, you might as well have a prison to go along with it for a tyrannical ruler. And I'm back out here. Now, originally, I think because of, like, I know it's not because of the render distance, but I think it's because of the updated version I was able to see farther than I would have. So I had to increase the amount of, blocks here. Black concrete, that's what it was. Which means I also had to make something go further out. Because technically you're not supposed to see this. I made sure that it went out of the render distance out of like at least 12. And so I had to move this structure back here as well. Which is the portal reactor area. This is just a little chill area that Erica made while I worked on the stuff here. And I just have this over here. I don't want to copy and paste it elsewhere. The generator's purpose and its lore. There was originally glowing item frames on here because I wanted to have like some kind of map art, but then I realized something. I can't do map art, and I don't know how to do it otherwise. Like, this is supposed to just have, like, data on it. But I think it looks better without the glowing item frames. But I can't really do anything else about it. And we just have this. The Nether Portal Reactor, I think I called it. With some batteries at the very back. And then we have this. One thing I hate about having to move this over is that now it's just this. The frames connecting to the back of here. I had the debug stick to make sure that it didn't connect. And because you move it with, you know, when you move an entire structure, any adjustments you made with the debug stick just goes away. I hate it. I definitely need to fix that, but I really don't feel like doing it right now. And I didn't feel like doing it then when I moved it and realized, oh crap, everything is screwed up now. And yes, when this is technically finished, this wall will be covered up. I do kind of want to make another, like, hall of portals. Like, this is just supposed... like, these portals are supposed to lead to certain areas. I may make it so that... like, one of the things I really wanted to do, but I don't think I'm able to do, is that I just want to be able to walk up and just be teleported somewhere. And then I also wanted to have, like, teleporting signs. You just click on them like they have, like, Minecraft maps and such. That is a lot of work. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that. I did find a place where I can possibly make something like that. Like a site. It's going to take a lot more work. I do want to make one of these, like, just head into, like, a hall of portals. Go to different areas, and one of them connect to the castle. Aside from that, that's pretty much everything. Everything that I have to show. Which I don't really consider it a lot, but looking at all, like, the places where I can teleport to, I think I did a lot. Compared to when I started this originally, I like it. I make sure that whenever I make a significant amount of progress in the world, I save the file just so I never have to lose it again. Which is smart. Being able to back up your world is definitely a smart thing to do. If I just want to show like these two areas that are definitely not complete, the obsidian mines, I'm going to make it so that in lore there's technically a lot more than this one. As you've noticed if you like pay attention at the end portal, that it's using crying obsidian for some of the constructs. I wanted to make it so that in lore, the Crimson Lands, which is what I named the Nether, made a deal with the Void Lands, which is the end dimension, of having like some sort of trade between like their resources. And the Nether area, the Crimson Lands, don't see any use for crying obsidian, so when they mine it up with their other obsidian, they give it to them, and they figure out how to use its hidden properties. And just don't tell anyone. Yeah, technically this is still a work in progress. I want to have like some platform going across here that you can walk on. I just haven't really figured out a way to come up with that without making it look stupid. And just going here, there is absolutely nothing here. I just found like this area and wanted to do something with it. I wanted to put like it like right here, right next to here. I wanted to put it underneath here, but I realized this is an even amount of blocks, and I want to make like I could technically make it even. I want to have the entrance be like here or over there. I wanted to make it like a big structure like I did with the Shadow Palace Omega. But yeah, these are the areas and projects that I'm currently quote-unquote working on. And yeah, I just wanted to show what I've done so far in video. Technically, my server only really gets the screenshots of it. And more to have a video where I just have everything in place. I like all the work I've done so far. I am proud of what I build. A lot of the times when I build, I don't really like what I'm building. Even though my friends say that I make really cool builds, that they like my building style and such, I don't really like my own building style. I don't like building. But I do find times when I'm like, yeah, I like what I build. And I like what I build here. I just wanted to make a floating crystal platform when I first started this. I'm like, this is definitely a good area to make it in. Alright, if I slash seed a thing, yeah, that's a seed if you want to actually like do stuff with this world. Yeah, I just wanted to build when I did this. Yes. God, I'm so unorganized. Ugh. Yeah, I was definitely not ready to record anything. Especially speaking for such a long time. How long has this video been going on for anyways? Almost 50 minutes, okay. Yeah, I think I should probably stop at some point. So, let's just, let's go back. Let's just go all the way back to where we started the video. Will this ever be completed? Probably not. I have a lot of plans I want to work on, but I don't really consider myself a builder. At least not in the way like a lot of my friends are. Shout out to Thistle, who worked on a Minecraft server currently called Pottermore, I think. As long as I haven't like fucked up the naming. Like her and her builder friends work on that server. They've done a lot of good stuff. But a lot of my Minecraft friends are definitely more adept at building than I am, and probably have a lot more drive to do it than I do. I wish I had like more motivation to play Minecraft and build and such. But yeah. Thank you everyone for watching through if you have. Or not. I don't care. Even if you just skip to see certain builds or whatnot. I do enjoy building at times. I want to keep this world going as long as I can. To build as much as I can. I want my project to be complete at some point. But anyways, I am going to wrap it up here. So thank you all for watching. And until next time, peace out.